Well, hello everyone, and welcome. Today, we have the Lawnboy. In this video, you'll see how we rebuilt the differential on this tractor. You see, differentials are important because when you go around a corner, one tire has to spin faster than the other as you make the corner. And this tractor right here makes a lot of corners. With these very, very large tires it has on the back of it, we attempted to lock up the rear differential so that both tires would spin at the same speed. Now, in certain applications, like mud or very soft surfaces, having both tires spin at the same time helps to increase the traction. But what we found was that the torque this tractor produces was so high that it actually sheared the differential. You will see later in this video how that took place and how we broke part of the differential clean off. We will replace that differential with a new one. We will install fresh, new differential oil, and then we will reassemble the tractor. So I hope you guys enjoy, and please stay tuned. Well, hello everyone. Listen to that funny man. It's almost like it was his first time recording an intro for YouTube. Here at Kracken Agritech, we try to produce the best 10th scale 3D printed vehicles, applications, tools, everything we can. And this here is the Lawnboy 1/10th scale tractor. It contains two Holmes Hobbies 55 turn Trailmaster motors connected to a single spur gear. The rear end of it transfers power to the tires through a Helion Dominus differential. Now, this is the prototype. However, the final production model, or the Lawnboy V2, will still contain these same motors. However, it will have a single ESC, a metal motor plate, and a different differential. But the one we have here is much easier to repair for prototyping purposes. You'll see the rear end is modular and can be replaced. The front end is held on with a single pin, and its servo-on-axle construction makes it very easy to set aside. Once the differential is removed, you may service it. Be careful, because this guy hits himself right in the face with it. As you can tell, the differential has been sheared completely off. The tractor was towing a brick around the backyard for testing purposes, and in doing so it managed to break the old differential, which was almost completely solid. You'll see he's attempting to chisel out some of the material inside the differential that locked it up. The new differential will be filled with million weight oil and be put into the place of the old one. This procedure takes quite a bit of time, so we'll be right back with the differential. And we're back. I have some differential to show you. It is as caked up with the fluid as it can be. It's kind of hard to tell from the video, and my light died, so that's the best we're going to get. But it is full of million weight, you're going to have to believe me. Now we get to continue the steps of reassembly by putting the diff back together and putting it in the car. So here is the new diff cover and one of the spider gears, you know, all that goodies. Whenever you have million weight, it's really thick. So this one's got a centering pin, which makes life really easy, and it's why I like using these for prototyping. Getting some more of them out there. So now that we have this diff filled, it's extremely stiff. It is fighting movement very well. This diff cover has a slot on one side, so we know exactly which way to put the diff in. We don't have to worry about getting that wrong at all. Let me turn some of this stuff so we get a little bit better view. We can actually move that slightly. Yeah, and now you guys can see just a little bit better. Maybe the whole video has been bad. That's what more videos are for. Stay tuned. They'll get better, I promise. New diff is in. We're gonna wiggle it and make sure she's happy. Seems good. The next step is the diff cover, but I just want to check something. Gotta make sure all of these screws are in tightly with the diff cover. If they are not, the diff could slip. And a slipped diff is not fun for anyone. Put the axles back on. Line up the dog bones. Heck, I might cut all this audio and do a voiceover. Who knows? Probably not. Ha ha ha. That would be pretty funny if he decided to just cut all that audio and do a voiceover. That would be pretty inefficient time. But that's okay. Tight, push the car side out. That is something we need to put on the computer. There we go. Little axle checky check. Rolling. Stand it up like we did last time. Flip 3-point over. Ka-chow. Where those are going to line up. Start our first screw. I got a screw to put in my mouth. Gotta get that immune system built up somehow. Hopefully these aren't too much longer than the old ones. We continue with the rebuild by attaching the rear end to the metal plate. Now, the metal plate on this Lawnboy tractor makes towing and a lot of things much easier, as we have a centralized place where the weight of the tractor can be distributed. Along with that, if there is an impact or any kind of collision, most of the energy is transferred through the metal plate, keeping the plastic pieces intact. During the reassembly of this tractor, really any project, it's important that you don't stress screws. Just one of my little bits of wisdom. By stressing screws, I mean stripping out the plastic that the screws go into. These 3D printed projects, as often as possible, I try to back the screw with a nut. But sometimes, the best thing you can do is run the screw all the way through a lot of plastic. And this is one of the times where I can tell that I am engineer first and mechanic second, because I'll find myself digging to get screws out, having to disassemble half of a project to remove one screw. I have spent many hours on the Lawnboy, building and rebuilding, and I can guarantee you that the V2, coming out soon, is very, very easy to reassemble. I have developed a clip system for the rear end where 2 screws
and everything but the differential and axle comes off. And the rear axle on the V2 will be serviceable just like the rear axle on any 10th scale crawler. We also have features like the dual motor plate that will be coming on the V2. Besides the servo on axle steering, the powered PTO, the movable 3-point, we are also looking at adding a bucket to the front with a 2 servo control setup. This will utilize a 5th scale servo inside of the cab of the tractor and a second servo hidden in the arm for the bucket. Stay tuned for details and message for pre-orders or availability now. Soon, the Lawnboy should be finished. We'll be out in the dirt and you guys will get a chance to see just how useful this thing really can be. Now, this entire project has taken me about 6 months to design and print, and what you're seeing now is the end of the very first version. Lawnboy 2 will be beginning its production very soon, but for now, I hope you guys can enjoy some of this beautiful footage of the Lawnboy. Hey, please like and subscribe, give me a follow, comment if you're interested. I've been working on this for a long time and I'm just happy to share it with you guys. Have a wonderful day and stay safe out there.